Good day, everyone. Welcome to today's virtual lesson on the techniques that put students on the path to college. I'm John Ramos Benisa, one of your instructors for this session. I hope you're all ready to dive into some exciting learning. In this lesson, we will explore what it means to standardize the format of students' work and why it's essential for effective learning. We'll discuss the objectives of this technique, examples of how to implement it, and the benefit it brings to both teacher and students. By the end of the session, you'll understand how standardizing formats can enhance learning experience. Let me present to you our objectives. First, describe the concept of standardized format. Second, explain the benefits of standardized format for clarity and efficiency. Lastly, apply understanding of formatting guidelines to select the best answer in response to a question. Today, we're going to explore the technique number 3, which is standardize the format. But before we jump in, I want to ask you a quick question. Why do you think having a consistent way to present your work is important? Take a moment to think about it. Great thoughts. So, standardized format means setting a consistent structure for how learners complete their activities, making it easier to locate and review key information. This helps streamline assessment by ensuring work is organized in the same way every time. So basically, it means standardized formats is an approach that helps you quickly check learners' work by having everyone complete activities in the same way. So how to use the technique? So first, we have to identify what learners need to understand, such as the instructions, concept, and methods. Second, we have to determine what evidence shows their understanding. We have to figure out how the students really get it. This might be through getting the right answers, giving clear explanations, or completing an activity. Lastly, include activity details in the lesson plan for clarity. Make sure your lesson plan explains what students should do and how they should do it. This will help you both you and your students stay clear on what expected during the lesson. Let me present to you some of the examples. First is the pre-printed worksheets with specific spaces for answers. So imagine a math worksheet where there's a designated space for name and at the top and boxes for answers. This setup helps teachers check your work quickly. Second, templates demonstrating how to organize work. For example, is the essay templates. When writing an essay, you might use a template that outlines where to place your introduction, body, and conclusion. This keeps your writing organized. So lastly, step-by-step instructions for tasks. For example, in a fraction lesson, you should follow clear steps like first, write the fraction, second, find the common denominator, and lastly, add the fractions. So by following these steps, everyone approaches the problem in the same way. So this is some of the pictures examples. Now, why do you think it's helpful for the teachers to have a standardized format when assessing works? Go ahead and post a video to think about this. Exactly, so these are some of the benefits. First, enables real-time assessment of students' comprehension. This technique allows students to assess understanding during the lesson, enabling immediate feedback and adjustment rather than waiting for formal assessment. Second, it allows for immediate adjustment in teaching. Standardizing tasks helps teachers quickly locate and evaluate students' work, making it easier to identify areas of confusion or common mistakes. Third, it reduces errors by standardizing tasks. By having all students follow the same format, the likelihood of misunderstanding and errors decreases, leading to more effective learning. Fourth, it promotes good habits and neat and clear work. So, encouraging students to present their work neatly and clearly sets the groundwork for their future academic invaders, promoting to professionalism and organization. Lastly, it makes learning more enjoyable and engaging for all students. When all students participate in a standardized way, it creates a cohesive classroom environment, making learning more enjoyable and collaborative. So, by implementing a standardized format, we not only make our work clearer but also create a more organized and effective learning environment. So, remember, using a standardized format helps both students and teachers. Here is the conclusion. Now, let's test your understanding with a few quick evaluation questions. I'll ask a question and I want you to pause the video to think about your answers, okay? So in here, you have to choose the correct answer. So let's start the quiz. The first question, what is the main goal of standardized format? Is it to make grading faster and easier, to encourage creativity, to add more rules, or to help students write more? The correct answer is to make grading faster and easier. Next question. Which of these is an example of standardizing the format? Is it students use any color to underline answers? Do students underline answers in green color? Do students write answers in random places? Or students use different layouts for each assignment? The correct answer is students underline answers in green color. Third question. How does a standardized format help students? Is it to make them work faster? It encourages them to write longer answers, it builds good habits and reduces mistakes, or it makes the work harder. The correct answer is it builds good habits and reduces mistakes. Last question. Why might a teacher want students to follow a standardized format? Is it to make sure its students' work looks unique, to give students complete freedom in formatting, to make assignments longer, or to easily find and check answers in the same place? The correct answer is to easily find and check answers in the same place. Okay, very good. You have answered the questions correctly. So it seems that you have answered our questions correctly. So very good. So let's have our quick summary of our lesson. So first, let me present to you our objectives that we have attained. So this one, we have described the concept of standardized format. We had explained the benefits of standardized format, and we had apply our understanding. So to give a short recap, standardizing the format in classrooms is a strategy that establishes a consistent structures for how students complete tasks. By using standardized formats, teachers can more easily locate and review key information, making the assessment process smoother and reducing errors. This approach ensures that students' work is organized in a predictable way, creating clarity, efficiency in both teaching and learning. So presenting how to use, we had to identify what learners' needs, determine what evidence shows their understanding, include activity details in the lesson plan for clarity. And some of the examples are the pre-printed worksheets, templates demonstrating how to organize work, and step-by-step instructions for tasks. So some of the benefits are enables real-time assessment, allows for immediate adjustment, reduces errors, promotes good habits, and makes learning more enjoyable and engaging. So the lesson Reflecting on this lesson, it's clear that standardizing the format not only benefits teachers but also has a lasting positive impact on students. As students learn to follow a consistent format, they build skills that will serve them well beyond the classroom, like organization and attention to detail. For teachers, the streamlined structure makes it easier to assess learning on the spot, adapt lessons as needed, and focus more time on teaching rather than organizing. Standardization ultimately makes learning more enjoyable and collaborative, creating a stronger sense of unity in the classroom. And thinking about how we might apply this approach further, consider how standardizing could work in different settings such as group projects, homeworks, assignments, or even presentations. As we continue to explore the standardization, let's reflect on how a consistent structure in our own learning helps us stay organized and focused, making our educational experience smoother and more rewarding. So that's it for our lesson for today. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.